We made it out of Florida. Stay tuned. It's my weekly review, guys. Last I left, we were delivering down in Florida. We ended up staying in Wildwood, and got delivered, and then went back up and stayed basically in Ocala because we didn't pick up until the next day. Didn't have a load after I delivered, and then found one. Basically, it was insulation, and we took that up to Nashville and had to deliver that downtown. That was a very interesting load. I tried to get some video, but my GoPro was acting up. Basically, we were delivering to Margaritaville in downtown Nashville. It's kind of interesting on that one. We had to meet the guy at the stadium and basically drive around the stadium parking lot until the load that was there before me was unloaded. And then they called him and told him to go ahead and bring me in. So I followed him in there, and they craned it off. And so I didn't take them maybe about 2 hours to get it all off. And then we went and picked up some AC units just north of Nashville, and took those to North Carolina, and I delivered those yesterday. And didn't have a reload until this morning, and I found this load. It's a piece of machinery. Actually goes into a piece of machinery. It's about, they said 12,000, but I'm thinking it's more like around 20,000 pounds. Was able to just throw my smoke tarp over it, chain it down, and we take this to Ohio. Youngstown's where I'll be delivering it at, and then we already have a Monday reload at Talmadge. It'll be insulation, only requiring a smoke tarp, and taking that back down to North Carolina. So this last week was pretty good. There was a few things that were a little disturbing. I had a load, where was it? After I was delivered the AC units, and my coordinator called me and said, "Hey, I got a load. It picks up in Georgia, and it's going to Memphis, Tennessee. And it pays $5 a mile. It requires 8-foot tarps, and I think it was only like 20,000 pounds. $5 a mile. I'll pull out my 8-foot tarps, sure." So I took the load, and I watched it, and it came back where it said that I was accepted for the load, but the rate changed. So I called the coordinator, and he wasn't available, so I just left a message for them to have him call me back. So he finally calls me back and says, "Hey, did you contact the broker?" I was like, "No." He says, "Well, the rate changed." I said, "Yeah, that's why I called and left a message for you. I'm not hauling it for that. I mean, it dropped by $1,300. So we ended up getting off of that load. Then there was another load that was going to, what was it? It was going to Bethel, Pennsylvania. And I was going to take that. It's $1,500. Would have picked up this morning. So we get it. It says I'm accepted on it, and then all of a sudden it just completely disappears. Somebody had underbid the load, so I didn't get it. So it's not. I mean, even when I was in Florida, I had a couple that I picked that they just would disappear off of there. So I don't know what's going on. It's somebody's underbidding them. They were already pretty low for what I was taking for. I mean, I can't complain. I'm still averaging over $2 a mile. So this week ended up being a really good week. I'm hoping this next week turns out to be just as good. Probably do one more week after that and then go home. So this one I stayed out for a little bit longer than I normally do, but I needed to make up for taking that week off at Disney World. So that's what the week has been. Not a lot to shoot. Like I said, it's just I've been in the rain a lot. Pretty much since I left Florida, I have been in rain every day. I've been fortunate that it would stop raining just as I was either loading or unloading, so I wouldn't get too wet. But other than that, drive-wise, it's just been in the rain the whole time. So we'll see what happens tomorrow when I get up to Ohio. I did have some problems with the truck today. I lost all my trailer lights. I don't know what happened. I had to do a 180 this morning to go over to where I needed to pick up at. And when I did, I heard what I thought was a little pop, but I just thought it was the trailer. Well, all of a sudden, I was getting an ABS light intermittent on the trailer, and come to find out that none of my trailer lights were working. I had no brakes, no turns, nothing was working at all. So I got over here. I'm in Wytheville is where I'm staying tonight. Tomorrow I'll head up and stay at Girard. And so I got here, looked at fuses. At first I didn't see that anything had blown, but there was 2 of them that had blown. But my cable is in pretty bad shape, so I had to go in here and buy a cable. That was about $100. The fuses were $5. But the cable is basically just a temporary, because it's not really as long as what I need it to be. So I'll have to find one. Hopefully I can find one tomorrow at a TA or something that's better than one that I got. But I got it on there, and the should be good enough to get me where I'm going. And I got all my lights working now. So, but that wasn't, I was kind of worried about, because I was going over the pass. It got really foggy, and I had no trailer lights whatsoever. And trust me, truckers were calling and letting me know. It's like, what can you do? I knew that there was no truck stops along the way that was going to have that cable, so I had to get here to get where I at least get a temporary cable. So that's what we got. Other than that, that's been the week. We are, like I said, looking forward to next week. I'm hoping it gets a little better. We'll see what this weather's going to do. I'm ready for winter to be over, but I haven't really been in the snow. I've just been in the rain. So the beard's getting a little bit longer. It's going to get longer and longer. So anyway, thanks for watching. I will try to get some footage and get it on there. Like I said, this last week, the GoPro, I wanted to get footage going into Nashville, and it didn't want to turn on. So, and it was charged up, so I don't know what the deal is. But anyway, thanks for watching. Hit subscribe, thumbs up, thumbs down, I don't care. And we'll check back in with you later this week. Thanks for watching.